A year ago, I moved to a new city and it entirely changed my life. Not just life, it changed my belief system and my health as well. And this is how it went. Hi there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Thank You Universe podcast. I am your host, Swarnali Saha Bahel, and you can call me Swara, bringing you all the big sister energy where we talk about all things related to life, including those tough life lessons, those mess ups, breakups, heartbreaks, mental and physical health, and yes, of course, all those haha moment which at that time we feel is really really tough, but later as we grow up we realize how funny it was. So whether you are tuning in with your morning cup of coffee or listening to this podcast after unwinding for a heavy day at work, or listening to this podcast while you are fighting through this heavy traffic while commuting to work, let's make this space our safe place where we can learn, laugh, and grow together. And today's episode is all about the lessons I have learned while moving cities in my late 20s. So let me start from the beginning. So I have spent about 7 years of my life in Pune, which means 95% of my work life and 70% of my 20s in Pune. And only last year did we shift it to Bangalore. And Pune has always been very, very close to my heart. It always felt like a home. Although it was not my hometown, I was not born there, but it always felt like home whenever I was in Pune. And I even met my husband there. And I, although I had like the biggest heartbreaks in Pune, it has always taught me a lot. So I never had anything against that place, only good things, which made me invest into a property in Pune, which I wanted to call home. But life took different turns, and here we are shooting for this podcast, reporting from Bangalore. So, as you know, I do have a full time job working in corporate, and my work location was Pune. And I switched jobs. I joined a new company who had their location in Bangalore, and I had to relocate. Initially, it was like a very basic thing in my mind because I did not realize at that point that moving cities could make so much difference in my life. That time I was so when I got the job offer, I was so thrilled, so happy that it was not even in my subconscious mind that I am going to leave the place which I call home, moving into a new city and start everything from ground up. In my mind, I was only excited about getting this new job position, new responsibilities, move to a new city with my family, starting a new life there. That was all I thought about till I reached here. You might be thinking how hard it could be. It's not like you are moving across the country, or it's not like you are moving across the world. It's just city, and Pune and Bangalore are like so near. It's like only 15 hours drive, but even I thought so. Yes. It wasn't until after I shifted to Bangalore that I really felt out of place. And nothing against the place, it's a beautiful city, for God's sake. Like, you want to leave a city life with all the high tech things, you come to Bangalore because this city adds so much to offer, especially if you are an extrovert person who love going out. You will make friends here, you will make friend circle here, and you will literally enjoy your life. But in my mind, so I am not a very extrovert person. I am kind of an introvert person. I like to stay put to myself and most of my time with my family at home. So all those outside places was not that fascinating for me. And so after I moved here, although I love my job and I what I'm doing is great, I just felt off. Personally, I was constantly out of routine. So when I was in Pune, I was constantly in a routine. I was working out regularly. I was having my meals regularly. There were certain places set for which I was doing what I was doing. I knew a lot of people there who that helped me in my day-to-day activities. When I came to Bangalore, I did not have that routine set for a really, really long time. And even after 1 year, I sometimes feel off that my routine is off. So I am a kind of person who thrive with routines, and maybe that's why I have like two German shepherds, because German shepherds are the dogs who love training and love to be in routine and disciplined, and maybe that's why I own two German shepherds. But anyway, coming back to the point, I am a kind of person who really enjoy a routined life. I like to get my things done in a certain way, in a certain amount of time, in a certain manner. Now when I relocated to this new place, so it could have been any other place. I did not give myself enough time to settle in. I just wanted to get along with my life as I was doing in Pune with the same routine. And maybe that's why I felt off. I'm still figuring out. For a very, very long time, I kept comparing my current routine with my old routine. And I was so adamant about not embracing the change that is happening that it really affected my mental health. Although I have like the best support system here because all my childhood friends are here, like the friends with whom we have grown up together. All of them are here. I have my husband here. I have my two dogs, King and Jaco. And but still there was something that felt so off. I was constantly struggling to get up and get going. For the longest time, I believed, even when I was doing bodybuilding, I believed that physical health is it. If you are physically strong, if you have if you are physically in a good shape, that is the answer to all our problems. And I never considered mental health being one of the main factors of our physical health. I thought if our physical health is fine, our mental health would be fine. But finally, thanks to Bangalore, when I came here, I realized that our mental health drives everything else in our life. If you are not happy from within, you let how much you try, how much you try to fake it till you make it, it's not gonna happen because mentally you are not there. So how did it actually affect? I realized that the more I am struggling mentally to be happy and embrace everything in my new routine, the more I was going off my physical health. I was not going to the gym regularly, I was not working out, I was not on my diet. It was my daily routine was totally off. There was certain time when I actually just stopped working out, and workout was something that I always look forward to. The most happiest 1 hour of my life is when I am in the gym working out. But here it totally changed because here workout was something I did not even want to go to. I did not even want to go to gym, face people, see people, and it was very very weird. And all these things constantly made me fatigued and tired. For a certain time I felt like my cortisol levels are very high and my blood work is totally off, and maybe my hormones are up and down, and that's why this is happening. So I even got my blood work done and found out that everything is just fine, only to realize that it's all in my head. I am not mentally here. I am mentally still in Pune doing my old routine, and hence this all problems are happening. And this is when I realized that how our mind and our body are interconnected. Working out, having six pack chiseled abs, eating high protein diet is not the end of life. Although these are very good tools to implement in our daily life because it what make us healthy, Our first step starts here. If this is fine, everything else will fall in place. So I had to take time to myself, take things. The first thing I did was stop hustling through every day and started taking one thing at a time. And trust me, it wasn't an overnight transformation. This is a process that I am still, when shooting this video, I'm still going through this process. And I think that it is a never ending process, because each day when you work on yourself, you are only getting better, and there is no end to get better. And the reason why I'm telling all these things to you is that I realize that I am not alone. There are like thousands of people out there who are going through this same thing, maybe changing cities, moving out of their childhood homes, going away from their family to start their career, or study or university, whatever is it. So there are like lots of people out there who are going through the same thing that I am. So I wanted to put this out so that it can help someone of you out there who's watching this video. The first step to a better mindset in this situation for me was to accept that I am struggling mentally, that I am not in the right place. That was the starting point. So I sat down with myself and I talked to myself, saying that, Swarnali, you do realize, right, that you are not mentally here where you were supposed to be, and that is affecting everything else in your life. So the first thing is to be present in the present. After I had this one on one talk to myself, I sat down with my journal and I started listing down the blessings I have in my life. That included this new job opportunity that I have right now, which helps me to bring food to the table, which helps me to do what I want to do, gives me that financial independence. And I need to be grateful about it, because I am lucky to have this, and I have worked hard enough to be where I am in my life. So I need to be very present, very conscious, and feel blessed about the blessings that I have in my life. So I sat down and had this entire list of blessings that I have in my life, something that you call writing down your gratitudes to the universe. And this was actually the time I took journaling and gratitude practice seriously. And trust me when I say it entirely changed my life. We will talk about journaling and gratitude practice in some other episode, because I really want to go in depth about it. But for this episode, let me just give you a gist about the steps that I have taken to overcome my mental health. I started doing journaling on a daily basis. So every morning when I wake up, the first thing I and I still do, is sit with my journal and write things that I want to do in my entire day. Write 3 to 4 things that I'm feeling blessed about, and also write some highlights of my day, that how I want my day to go. And then again at the end of the night, and then again at the end of the day, when I am unwinding, I would sit down with the same journal and write down how my day went and what I would have done to make this day better. Now, it was really tough initially, because sometimes I would really forget to write, but gradually it's kind of becoming a system for me now. It kind of becoming a routine for me now. I won't say I am 100% there, but yes, I think I am halfway there, and I'm trying to improve myself every single day. I'm just working on it. So from here, I started to establish a new routine for myself, and I started to wire my brain in a way to register that the old routine that I had is gone, and this is the new routine for me in my life, and I need to be mindfully present in this new routine. So I started setting up a new routine. For example, writing this journal out was a little bit, and then maybe going out for half an hour workout was the second part. So bit by bit, I started including few things in my routine that is really helping me to be more mindful and present. I also started prioritizing my sleep routine. So my sleep routine was really, really off. There were days I was going off to bed at 2 o'clock at night. And trust me, I am an early to bed, early to rise kind of a person, because I enjoy leading a disciplined lifestyle. So going to bed at 2 o'clock, waking up at 6 o'clock because I have to report to office by 9, and it takes me 2 hours to travel, was really putting me off the place. And I started to prioritize my sleep a little bit more. What I started doing is listening to guided meditation when I go to sleep, so that my mind is calm when I am off to sleep. And this is also the time that I limited my social media usage. Although I am a content creator, and I have to spend a lot of time on social media, I started to mindfully be there and not just mindlessly keep scrolling on the reels and all the videos. Because seriously, trust me, when you just keep scrolling reels like that, you are just absorbing things which you don't need in your life. And of course you are wasting time, but you are also wiring your brain to listen to a lot of things that you really don't want in your life. So limiting social media usage has helped me a lot. Now, one thing that really helped me elevate my mental health was a clean, minimalistic space that I live in. So I have always been into home decor and stuff, and I love aesthetic things around me. But during this phase that I was struggling, I would hardly get up and clean my things, clean my room, and there would be clothes piled up at one corner, and it was just a mess. I started cleaning up my space. I started to feel more productive when I always feel more productive when I am living in a clean space. And this really helped me. So I invested a little bit about decorating my living space, so that it feels inviting and calm and feels a little bit close to nature. So of course I have a lot of plants around. And yes, one last thing that I'm mindfully trying to do is embrace everything that is happening in my life with open heart. Let that be good or bad. If it's a bad experience, I would touch my heart and say, okay, it was a bad experience, it was a lesson. Just learn what it was meant to be and move on. It was a good If it was a good experience, I would touch my heart and say it was a really good experience, and I think I should do more of this so I can feel better. And yes, of course, reading has always helped me calm down my mind. So that has always been there. So if you are someone who's feeling that your mental health is impacting your physical health, just know that you are not alone. The first step is to realize that your mental health has everything to do with your physical health and everything around. Sometimes it's okay to feel disconnected and disconnect yourself from the all worldly things and just be with yourself. It's okay to do that. But what's important is to start taking small steps every day to improve yourself. Whether it's setting like super mini fitness goals, or just doing 2-3 minutes of meditation, or just listening to guided meditation before you go to sleep, reading one page of that book that has been there on your shelf for a long time, or just listening to calm music that helps your mind to calm down, whatever it is, or even just talking to someone you trust. Those little steps that you take every day makes a big difference at last. I realized that mental health is as important as physical health, and they are not two separate things. They are one and all, and taking care of one will evidently help to take care of the other one. So I started investing more time and energy in improving my mental health, because gradually it is helping me improve my physical health. And I hope this would be the same case for you as well. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Thank You Universe podcast. I am your host Swarnali Saha Bahel. You can call me Swara. Don't forget to share this episode with someone that might need to hear this today. And as I always say, stay happy and keep hustling. I'll see you all in my next episode. Till then, bye.